there we go. Not very graceful, but suddenly it kind of gives me an extra third floor space. There's nothing I don't like about this way of living. It just fills my cup.
Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're on the Isle of Wight meeting up with Ollie, who's living in a horse box.
He's made it into such a cool space, so definitely stick around for the full tour. And we hope you enjoyed the video. Let us know in the comments what you think. Back to it.
Okay, so I'm Ollie and I live here in my horse box on the Isle of Wight. I've been in this horse box for about 18 months, but I've lived in various different vehicles and things over the years. For a living, I'm a carpenter, a massage therapist, a Reiki healer. Yeah, lots of different things. So many years ago, the thing that brought me to it was I've always suffered with a bad back, which is also what led me into being a massage therapist. But I was renting a flat. I'd have an episode with my bad back, out of work for 2 weeks at a time, and just couldn't make ends meet like that. You know, you kind of live in hand to mouth, you lose a few weeks work and you never catch up again. I'd always had vans for work and for fun, you know, to go camping in and go to festivals. And then one day I met somebody who was living full time in a truck on the seafront, and I thought, oh my God, I've already got the van, really need to get out of this whole trap of earning enough money to just stay still for a flat I haven't got time to spend time in. So it made so much sense. Being an outdoorsy sort of person, everything just fell into place. I moved into my paint and decorator's van thinking, I'll try it, see what it's like. And within a fortnight, I knew, that's it. I want a truck I can stand up in, walk around, and that was that. But it works well. It means I don't have to travel to work. I'm just in one place, in my favorite place, you know. This creek near where I live is just fills my cup, and yeah, I just love it here. So it feels like living the dream, really. I have a smaller van that I can run around in, do festivals, go and camp in different places, but this has become a kind of sedentary truck, really. Okay, so the truck itself is a MAN 150.
Alright guys, so it wouldn't be possible to continue to create these videos without our paid partners, and in this video, that's BetterHelp.
So BetterHelp's the world's largest therapy service who provide professional, personalised therapy, all in an online format.
So I haven't actually done therapy before, but it's definitely something that I'd be interested in, as I think it's important to talk about how I actually feel and unpack certain situations that have happened in the past that still affect me to this day. And I personally like the idea of using BetterHelp because it allows me to choose between a broader range of therapists online that I wouldn't necessarily have access to locally.
I went through a bit of a rough patch a couple of years back and I didn't know about BetterHelp at the time, but if I had, I would have definitely give it a try, because I think it's important to speak to somebody about the problems that you might be going through, and it's a good idea not to bottle things up as well. I also like the fact that it's all completely online and you can speak to somebody outside of your circle of family and friends, which for me will be a preference.
So if you're struggling right now, then let BetterHelp find you a therapist who can support you all from the comfort of your own home.
Visit betterhelp.com/Liveration or choose Liveration at sign up and enjoy a special discount on your first month. Back to the video.
Okay, so the truck itself is a MAN 150. Apart from little shunts around, I don't drive it on the road at the moment. But the reason I bought this box is because it's all aluminium. The frame, the skin, the chassis, all of it's aluminium, so the box will last forever, and even if the truck becomes no good or obsolete or I can't get the parts, I can just put this box on another truck. The main thing is I've got to be able to stand up. That's number one. Yeah, the shape, you know, being nice and big and square. I think they're the perfect size. Yeah, absolutely. I just like to sit out here with my coffee. I do like growing stuff. Yeah, growing some plants up the side. So down this side, the only thing of note really is the tank for the diesel heater. Nothing really out of the ordinary going on down here. Yeah, I've got my water supply here and my log store around the back of the truck here. we go. Not very graceful, but suddenly it kind of gives me an extra third floor space. I can do me yoga up here and just generally take in all this. We have the red squirrels and all the bird life. Okay, so when I bought the Horsebox, this had really thick, heavy rubber mats for the horses to walk up the ramp without slipping, and they weighed a ton. And as soon as I took them off, the ramp shot up because it's on springs, it's spring loaded, so you need the weight. So that's just the right amount of weight so I can push it up or stay where I leave it. So that's how heavy the rubber ramps were. I could tell you exactly how many kilos it was by the weight of those. Obviously keeping my wood under here to dry out, that's really important to have dry firewood. Yeah, if trees fall down on the lane and I go out with my chainsaw, chop them up, I drag things out hedgerows. You always got your eyes open for the bits of wood. Diesel heater in this box, down to 1 leisure battery as my last one started gassing off. Got me MTP charge controller, an inverter. So the truck's quite high up here. Obviously my floor level's up here to get into the truck. I've got a very old dog, Stan, and he struggles, so I've built this staircase to try and make it a bit easier for him. Don't know if you want to come up here. Up here you can see one of the things I really love about this truck is the roof is one piece aluminium. There's no joins in it. 2 solar panels, I think they're about 300 watts each, and you can see the old chimney chuffing away, heating up my water, ready for the next cup of tea. These are cuttings from my daughter's rose bush. I've got some strawberries, onions, garlic, celery. I love growing things, yeah. It's another thing to stay connected to nature with, you know, and nurturing, you know, just trying to make things happy and see them thrive. Through having the workshop here and the kind of work I do is quite often fitting out people's vehicles or boats or making things for, when we did the cafe, making vehicles to take to festivals. And this one was just going to be another one of those adventures. And then my life changed and I needed somewhere to live, so I moved into it. Yeah, and it just kind of works. It just kind of works. Obviously the cost, yeah, is a huge thing. I couldn't afford to rent somewhere else. Yeah, I'd be lying if I didn't say the financial side of it is a big part of it. But it's more than that. It is a love and a passion of simple living, you know, and not just being tied to running a house. But yeah, I do fund it with massage, Reiki, woodwork, all which I can do from here. So it keeps things very simple. Why buy bottled gas when you can cook on your fire? And I get all my firewood from, you know, the hedgerows and, you know, bits of woodland, or tree surgeon friends bring me bits and pieces. Just, I'd rather it be more labour intensive than money intensive. You know, I don't want everything to be about just earning money. I'd much rather either go without or just have a real simple time. When we look around the truck, you'll notice there isn't a plumbed in sink. Everything is very low tech. I could make it all flashy and have all mod cons, but I've grown to love the simplicity of carrying the water in, taking my wastewater out, pouring it on the plants that need it, you know, rather than it all just being dealt with by another system, you know. My favourite thing, listening to the birds, and just, yeah, I feel like I'm living in nature rather than in the rat race. I love that it's simple, like I was saying about if I need to be warm, I need to go and find some wood and chop it up and dry it and burn it. It's stuff that's, my destiny's in my hands, rather than just all about earning money, paying the utility bills, switching something on, not thinking where did it come from, where's it going to go, where's that wastewater going to go, oh, that water wasn't that dirty, I could have watered my plants with it, but it's convenient for it to go down the plug hole and be pumped out into a river or the sea, you know. And it's like, I can deal with it, I can use every drop. That makes me feel really happy. I think it keeps you connected to your needs, and if you don't need it, you don't have it. It doesn't just come with the package, you know. And I've seen from your other videos, everybody goes, oh, your least favourite thing. Oh, there isn't any, is there? And I really can't think of any. It is just benefit after benefit for me. There's nothing I don't like about this way of living. It just fills my cup. Yeah, welcome to my truck. Come and have a look at the inside. So I'll give you a little tour. So this is where I sleep. This is my bedroom up here. That front panel there, the bit that's still wood coloured, that opens up, which is lovely in the summer to let the breeze run through over the bed, keeps it nice and cool. That's actually there so that if you do need to work on the engine, you can tilt the cab, so the whole cab will tilt. You pull this floor out and the whole cab will tilt through that space. So yeah, just my books and stuff up there, a few twinkly lights to make it seem a bit pretty. Got my steps in here, yeah, there's storage under here. This is where my dirty washing goes. Climb up into the bedroom. This sari I bought at Glastonbury Festival about 30 years ago. In the summer I will drop that down, keep the mozzies out of my bed space. So in here I keep some clothes under there, wash stuff up there and some trousers up there. Speaker system that I can play music from my phone. I made drying rack, so this rack's just big enough to get a whole wash load of wash in there right above the fire. I can dry washing in about an hour and a half, 2 hours. The fire, yeah, a Jotel 602, absolutely incredible fire, best fire I've ever owned in my life, and it matches my seats as well. But yeah, when I found that I was a very happy man, and it really does do the business. All my hot water, I do a lot of my cooking on there as well as keeping warm. It's always worth buying a fire that's made in a country that's really cold. You buy a French fire and it'll look gorgeous, but it won't keep you warm. You've got to buy a Scandinavian fire really if you want to keep warm efficiently. On this side, I usually keep more firewood in this area. When I did buy this truck, actually, there was a wall here. This was the tack room, and that's where the horses were stalled. The reason it's kind of, nothing's really built in as such. I need to keep this space versatile, because I actually do massage and Reiki treatments in here. So everything is designed to clip off the wall, table goes on top of the bed, seats move apart, just so I can set up my couch here in the middle. The design, these curves here, so that I can work on the couch without bumping into my cupboards. The seats are actually out of a double-decker bus that I used to have, but I think they're great. They're really comfy. Obviously great having all these windows up nice and high. It's perfect for plants, they get plenty of light. Yeah, so on this side, it's kind of my kitchen area. So this is my sink. It's my everything that really I do. I wash me in it, I wash food, do my washing up in it. And what I love about this is that I can put it on the floor, I can soak my feet. I can take dirty water and I can give it to my plants, you know. It's just so versatile to be in control of the water and how you get rid of it. So that's lovely. As you can see, yeah, it's not plumbed in. I can have my sink on the floor, put my feet in it, just so that I can manage my wastewater and keep it versatile. If I did plumb it in, I wouldn't be able to have a drawer there because I'd have to have the plumbing.
So one question I've got, I'm not seeing a bathroom or a shower or anything.
No, there is none of that goes on in here. I mean, like I say, this is my bathroom. Obviously, I don't do my toiletry things in that. I do that outside the truck. Yeah. So my workshop's very close, so I've got access to a toilet, you know.
Got it.
This is all my food storage in here, and cans and jars, veggies stored in here. It's nice and cool down here. Cutlery and stuff like that. You just hold everything in even when I do move the truck. And pans up the top there. Gas cooker. I try and use the fire as much as I can. This probably only really gets used in the summer when it's too hot to light the fire. I save more money on fuel in the winter because it all comes from waste wood, whereas in the summer I have to use propane. So yeah, so this is the ramp. You would have seen earlier that it was just a wall, but just popping it down gives me this lovely space to be out here, do my yoga, drink a coffee. Increases my floor space by a third, I'm sure. But this view, there's all bluebells down there on the forest floor. We have red squirrels running up the trunks and jumping from limb to limb. loads of different bird life. It's just absolutely mesmerising. Once you sort of be here and you're nice and quiet for a bit, suddenly everything starts coming out the woodwork. Yeah, this is my wardrobe. A lot of wardrobe, drawers for handy bits and pieces, bucket for the wastewater. Like in the night, if I want to empty, do my washing up water and I want to deal with it later on, then I can put it in there and deal with it. The fridge freezer, this is what I'm connected up to the mains for at the moment. But like I say, eventually I want to build a fridge freezer under the floor. Got quite a lot of space underneath still to use. I think maybe people who don't know me maybe have ideas of what it might be like inside my truck. You know, maybe I'm considered that crazy guy who lives in a horse box, but anybody who knows me well enough to have stepped into my space will go, oh, actually I could do this. In fact, most people that do come around, that is where the conversation usually goes, was, could I do this? Oh, I could see myself living like this. You know, I could step out of the rat race. I could wake up every morning and listen to those birds, and you know, yeah, I don't have letters popping through my door telling me what I owe people for things, you know. I think when people realise how simple it can be and how lovely it can be, any thoughts of, oh, how's he living, go out the window. And I don't feel like I need to try and convince everybody I meet this is a better way, or, you know, or I am okay even though I live in a truck, you know, you can trust me. If somebody was watching this and it resonated with them and they thought, wow, I wonder if that would be for me, I would say try it. You know, obviously you don't want to spend lots of money and build something or buy something already done, but I don't know, just go camping in a van for a bit or something, or, you know, just push yourself out and see how it sits with you. I would wholeheartedly say go for it, but I know it's a big deal. It's letting go of everything that you're taught is security. You know, you're safe in your house, and you know you'd be mad to give it up. And so I would try and explore those opportunities without having to give everything up, because then there's pressure, isn't there? You know, when I first moved into my van, I did feel I'm sleeping in a car park, or I felt vulnerable. You know, like somebody could just come up and bang on the door or something. And when you realise that nobody does, and that once you shut that door, you are at home, it's suddenly really liberating, and all your fears just fly out the window. What does the future hold? Obviously, yeah, you do worry, you know, get older, and you know, my back's not great and stuff does happen. But I don't think any of those things would make me go back into a house. For the reasons we've touched on, you know, having to afford everything that goes with a house, paying for that. Who knows what the future is? I just want to be free enough to be flexible and versatile, and to make those decisions as and when they come, rather than those decisions being made because I've got a house or because I live in a certain way. Yeah, well, thanks for watching. I hope there's been something for you to take away from that, some inspiration or something. If by some crazy chance you do want to see more of what I get up to, you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram. And we'll leave a link below or whatever. Thank you very much.
Alright guys, thanks for tuning in there, and a big thanks to Ollie for sharing everything with us.
Make sure to check them out on the socials, all the links will be down below. And we hope you enjoyed the video. Let us know in the comments what you think, and we'll see you in the next one.